quiet of night, I whispered my plea, holding her close, hoping for her decree.
Picture a knife finding rhythm on a wooden board. Chop, chop. The oil answers with a hiss, and a bell rolls in from across the river like someone clearing their throat. It isn't quiet, it's full, focused, alive.
Right away, you know you're somewhere people keep promises to each other. The kitchen is not only about flavor, it's ledger and sanctuary, practice and habit woven together.
Welcome to Ancient Echoes. I'm Samnang Bradley, host and storyteller, and today we're stepping inside a pagoda kitchen, tracing a single day's work to hear how meals hold memory and care.
And I'm Sovin Lita. I'll add background as we go, quick cultural notes, a touch of history, and pointers for anyone who wants to learn more in the show notes. But mostly, we'll listen.
The head cook at this temple, people call her Mrs. Van, moves like someone who reads weather in the grain of rice. She said to me once, "If the rice is patient, the day will be patient." I don't know if that's literal or holy, but it stuck with me.
It's both. Patience in rice is technique, and patience in ritual is a social lesson. In many communities, the pagoda kitchen feeds monks, of course, but also elders, new mothers, and people who turn up after a funeral. The practice of giving shows itself in small, everyday ways.
She begins before dawn. I walked with her on the first morning, no recorder at first, just listening. She borrowed charcoal smoke from a neighbor, traded a jar of fish paste for 2 kilos of leafy greens, then carried her basket back like a quiet procession.
Wait, 2 kilos of greens from a single trade?
Yeah, the vendor leaned in and lowered the price because the market knows which pagodas will give first at festival time. That kind of tacit economy, favor now, priority later, keeps the whole neighborhood fed.
Those reciprocal networks are the backbone. Our interviews show vendors sometimes supply multiple pagodas, and each arrangement has unwritten rules. Priority for rice, lending charcoal, help during floods. It's social insurance more than commerce.
Inside the kitchen, the youngest novice, maybe 19, has been learning humility by scraping rice pots. This morning, the head cook handed him a spoonful of tamarind broth and said, "Taste slowly." He grimaced, then smiled, and after carrying 2 buckets of water, he told me, "Teach me to see the taste of gratitude."
That's beautiful and instructive. Service in the kitchen is a spiritual discipline and a skill set. Women often lead these preparations, and novices learn service as a form of training, both practical and ethical.
There are small, private things here, too. Mrs. Van keeps a spice mix in an old tiffin box, lemongrass, galangal, a pinch of roasted shallot, stuff her mother ground. She grinds it and says she hears her mother's kitchen. Food carries voices.
Which raises an ethical question I want us to be clear about. Recipes are often family knowledge. There's a difference between a vendor selling a blend and a granddaughter's guarded secret. We advise listeners to ask, to offer reciprocity, and to respect refusals.
That makes sense, but sometimes I'm torn. Travelers often ask, "Can I buy a recipe? Should I press for a grandmother's mix if they seem shy? Am I being overly cautious if I say don't push?"
I'm glad you asked, and here's where I push back a little. Refusal can sometimes create scarcity that isolates knowledge. If a vendor openly sells a blend, that's sharing, but pressuring a family elder for a secret can harm relationship. The line is context and consent.
Okay, I hear that. So the rule of thumb is ask, offer reciprocity, accept no, and never extract. That feels like a good balance.
Exactly. build relationship first. In our show notes, we link to community projects where cooks share recipes on their terms. Support those channels if you want to learn ethically.
Midday at the market, it feels like hymn and barter braided. Calls, bundles of morning glory, grilled banana smoke curling through the stalls. Van traded, blessed, and left with a parcel wrapped in banana leaf. For the temple, the vendor whispered, and she nodded like it was a promise kept.
Those small transactions show how food security gets woven into everyday life. Vendors, cooks, and families share risk. It's important for listeners to realize pagoda kitchens are often first responders, feeding people after floods or when harvests fail.
When we ate that temple lunch, plain rice, a modest fish stew, quick stir-fried greens, the restraint itself felt like a discipline. A spoonful of stew tasted like memory, smoky shallot, faint fish salt, tamarind edge. Eating there was like reading a family album in small bites.
And menus move with the seasons. Rainy months favor soups and preserved fish. Dry months bring fresh greens and lighter preparations. That seasonal logic is ecological knowledge. When to ferment, when to share fresh produce, when to conserve.
I promise 2 things you can try at home, ways to honor the temple kitchen without taking someone else's secret. First, a simple tamarind broth. Dissolve tamarind paste in warm water, add sliced shallot, a strip of galangal, a teaspoon of palm sugar, and finish with fish sauce to taste. Simmer slowly. Let it breathe.
Second, quick stir-fried morning glory. Heat oil, add smashed garlic until fragrant, a spoonful of fermented fish or a light soy swap for vegetarian. Toss the greens on high for 30 seconds so they're bright and crisp. Serve immediately with hot rice. Simple, quick, and full of place.
If you ever step into a pagoda kitchen, start by asking whether it's okay to be there. Always ask, and follow the cook's lead. Wear modest clothes, offer food in modest portions, and don't photograph private family rites without permission. Treat the place like a neighbor's home.
And if you want to support respectfully, bring rice or fruit, or ask whether a cook would like help. Many appreciate an extra pair of hands if you stay humble and follow instruction. We put a short checklist and vetted community links in the show notes.
On my last night there, lanterns leaned over bowls. A novice hummed a tune I couldn't catch. Mrs. Van looked up from her ladle and said, "Food remembers who we are." I wanted to analyze it, but instead, I just listened.
That's the through line. Kitchens keep practice alive. They teach patience, redistribute care, and hold continuity through daily repetition. For scholars and travelers, paying attention to everyday routines tells us more than single monuments ever will.
Thank you for walking into this kitchen with us. Thank you for listening to those small domestic hymns. If this episode made you hungry for more stories, subscribe to Ancient Echoes and share this with someone who loves food and history. Quiet stones, loud stories.
Check the show notes for transcripts, recipes, sources, and credits to the cooks and vendors who shared their time. We honor their voices. Please treat their stories with care.
From market chatter to temple chants. Walk the temples with me next week when we follow a dancer's rehearsal behind closed doors. Until then, learn Cambodia, love Cambodia, and bring a little generosity to your own table. Goodbye for now.
diamond, flawless and rare. You stand so quiet, soft in the air. I dared not to rush, you feared you'd flee. Your heart too pure to belong to me. If you turn away, I reach and bind, press my hand, still body and mind. Your brows I trace, your breath I steal. This mark I place is dark and real. From this moment break and fall, hear the spell, obey the call. False love born from sacred lies, second one whispers through closed eyes. Follow me, don't fight, don't run, your soul is caught, my work is done. Empty will, your light undone, under spell, under Sigmund. Crystal beauty, diamond bright, caught between shadow, charm and night. Time won't save you, truth won't last. This vow is carved, the line is cast. My words are smoke, my touch is fire. I bend your heart to dark desire.